Hey, I'm Jeff.
I'm Rob.
Bart.
And thanks for tuning in to the Off-Road Toolbox. Here we are live at the Off-Road Toolbox World Headquarters in Daytona Beach. World Headquarters. We're worldwide. Yes. Now, if you're watching us at our official Jeep Beach page on YouTube. And that, Jeff, is?
At Jeep Beach Official.
That's right. That's right. You got it right. All right. We got to practice that. Now, for those of you who are listening to us, you can see us on that YouTube channel. For those of you watching us on that YouTube channel, you can listen to us on your
favorite place where you get your podcasts.
Favorite podcast platform. So, again, thanks for tuning in. You guys ready for the show?
Always, man.
Yep.
We're doing it.
It's now time for another episode of the Off-Road Toolbox. A Jeepers guide to everything off-road. Powered by Best Price Trailers.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's happening, guys?
What's up there, Bart?
Yeah. So you got inside jokes here after the intro. So how are you all today this week? Huh? How's it been?
It's been a busy week.
Shopping?
I don't.
You get any Christmas shopping done?
I'm not going out shopping anymore. I'm sorry.
You order
online.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. That's what I'm talking about. You guys go online and picking out some Art. How about yourself?
Always.
Oh, yeah?
Always shopping for the deal.
Brown Santa's going to be coming to visit us
Always
soon.
shopping for the deal.
Have you been up to your camp there in Ocala at all?
We haven't. Got damaged in one of the hurricanes.
Did you get? Oh yeah. What was
Some roof damage, some shingles, things like that.
So is it been fixed?
I have not been out there. I know my mother-in-law has got one of the other relatives looking at it. And they're going to get it fixed.
Get it taken care of.
It's still there. I mean, it's fine. It's just it needs to sort of doesn't leak and you get it back. But it was built back in the 1940s, so it's been there a while.
Okay.
That held up pretty good.
And it's the only storm it's ever been damaged in.
What did something fall on it?
The wind, the high wind blew the roofing off.
How long has the roof been on that?
Oh God!
Since the 40s. So you're talking?
No, probably. I think it was re-roofed probably in 2005, 2006.
Okay. All right.
So I mean, still a long time ago.
Yeah.
But too, you got to remember they had more wind over in that area than we did over here.
That's right, because it was going.
Yes.
Yeah, it was going up that way. Yeah.
So they
All
had.
right.
But anyways.
Well, hey, we were doing. The last episode we were doing gifts, holiday gifts,
and we're going to continue on with part two. Buy once, cry once.
Buy once, cry once. Okay, we left off
at the thimbles, and we didn't get to go over the prices on it. Thimbles will go anywhere from $50 on up to $80, $90.
And these are all that you put those up on the Facebook page.
They're on Facebook page,
right? And the new ones will also put those up, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It'll all be one big happy family on there.
Okay, that's good.
And next up, then, I guess, would be the pulleys.
Yes, pulleys. Yes. Pulleys.
Pulleys are it's a good system to have, that's for sure.
Yes.
These would be great. You've got, I see here's one of them.
One at the bottom is Gear America. It's kind of heavy. Or no, I'm sorry. The one at the bottom is Rhino.
Yep.
It's 13 ton, and it goes for $59.90.
Okay.
And then we got Gear America, which is on the next page.
That's the yellow one.
The yellow one. I'm going to tell you, I have it. It's kind of heavy. So
is that bad or good? I mean, you want to have a little bit of weight to it.
You want a little bit of weight to it, but it adds more weight to your vehicle when you're going out and about.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, I think about that. That's even when it's in storage, it's just that much more weight. Okay.
So the Gear America, I believe, went for. Let me flip my page here. It went for basically $72.
Now, how many of these do you need? Just the one?
I carry two.
Two. Okay.
4.
All right. Yeah, we got MacGyver over here we can take the pulleys and
with 4 you can actually pull yourself backwards going forward.
Oh wow.
Yes.
And the last one.
The last one is the factor fit or not factor. That's the Warren. Yeah. It's light. It's kind of lightweight ish.
Yep.
It goes up to 9 ton, 18,000 pounds. That's $153.
And what do you carry, Bart?
I have a combination, so I have several. I have ARB, which I like. I have a Warren, and I have from Gear America. I have some of their stuff from our training.
Okay.
So I still use it. I have Smitty built, and I have one other one. I just can't think of the name of it. I think it's probably another Warren.
And you're using these too, so these are reviews. I
use them all the time, and I use from expensive to cheap, but so far I haven't had. Again, taking care of it and learning how to use it, I haven't had any failures, which is good, which is a testament to The biggest thing is I go by the diameter of the pulley.
Yeah.
So I like a bigger diameter than a smaller diameter, and that's usually in the more. You'll see that in the ARB, and then you'll see it in the Warn. It'll have the bigger pulleys.
Yes.
And then the other ones will come down.
Now you mentioned taking care of these things, right?
Yes.
When you say that, I'm looking at their metal, and they've got obviously you need those.
They got Zerk fittings on them.
So
some have Zerk fittings, some don't. But
so
just
what kind of like with WD-40,
cleaning them, wiping them, getting all the gear, washing them out. If you keep dropping them in the sand, if
it'll chew the gear,
lubricate them, right?
So every time
PB blaster,
if I use it, I clean it. If I use it, I bring it home, I wash it, I clean it, I blow it out, and then I'll lubricate it and clean and wipe it.
What
down.
do you use to lubricate it?
I use silicone.
Silicone on some of them, and other ones, I use a locksmith spray. Called Houdini. Because it doesn't leave a residue, and it won't collect.
Won't collect
dirt and dust in.
That's interesting. See, that's something else to pair with.
Some people don't know about Houdini. It's a locksmith spray, and it doesn't keep things. Where other ones are good, but then over a period of time, especially if you don't wash it out, it's going to collect crud.
You can now when you talk about maintaining your winch, we had the winch in the last episode.
Yeah.
Right.
Could you use that same in the gears and everything else? The Houdini. Do you use?
I don't pull the covers off to get into my gears.
Oh, okay.
And I usually with your gears, it's
sealed.
It's sealed. And there's usually a grease on it.
Yes.
Well, what about the actual
drum?
The drum itself.
I'll pull the drum off and just clean it and wipe it down.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And I'll wipe it down with silicone.
Yep.
And then wipe it all off. And so just a light coating.
So basically some silicone, some Houdini.
Yep.
And you're good. Okay.
Now, I want to warn everybody, when you're looking at these pulleys, make sure that they fit tight to the wheel, the sides.
You don't want them flopping around.
Correct.
You don't want play in it.
Right.
Yep.
And you don't want space in between, because if you're using synthetic, you get slack in it, it drops into that crevice just a little bit, and you pull tension on it, it's in there and it's cut your line.
Ooh.
Good point.
The line's done.
Yes.
So spend the extra money for what we've suggested here, and don't buy the cheap
floppy ones.
Yeah, the floppy ones are no good.
Yes.
So,
all right.
Now the other thing I'm playing with now, it's a retention pulley.
The donuts.
The donuts, and they go up to 20.
That's the donut here. I'll put this back here. Okay.
That's the retention pulley.
This one right here.
You use it on synthetic rope only, and it uses a soft shackle that goes through the center. I'm learning how to use it because it's only been on the market for a little while.
Yes.
I haven't had a chance to really put it to
there's
the
different
test.
ways to use it.
Yep.
There's 2 or 3 different ways to
rig it.
Yeah.
You can rig it. You can actually use it as 2 pulleys.
Yes.
One single donut.
Yep.
That's actually kind of cost.
It's very cost effective.
Yeah. Okay.
And you can get them in different sizes as far as the diameter.
Yes.
You can get smaller, larger. So.
Okay.
Now the other one is Bart's Avenue is the onboard air compressors.
And that's what we were showing here earlier. That was on the bottom here.
Yes.
Yep. You can get it mounted on the vehicle, or you can have it in a box. Bart has it in a box.
Yes.
He has the ARBs. The ARBs are rebuildable.
Yes.
Correct?
Okay. Mine's been rebuilt 3 times.
Okay, there you go.
Just so you know.
Is that this one we're looking at right now?
That's the single. There's the dual.
There's a single. There's a dual.
Yes.
They both are single or dual in a case.
Yes.
Carrying case. They are a little bit.
Case out.
They're a little bit expensive, so
Yes.
don't fret. But the single ones, for just the compressor itself that you can mount inside the Jeep and put it to a switch, is $316.
We're looking at the case. Is this the one you're talking about?
The case goes for $450.
Yes.
Oh.
But it's nice because you can pull it out of your vehicle and it doesn't have to stay in there in the heat and break down all the stuff.
Yeah. And wherever you mount it, try to keep one so it doesn't go in water. A lot of people will mount it in your engine bay, but it has a thermal cutoff switch. So when you've already got it hot,
exactly,
and then you're going to be running it, and then you might hit that temperature where it shuts off, and you got to let it cool. So if you can mount it in places that, like in the back of your Jeep, and you're behind your seat there, the passenger seat in the back, it'll probably run longer for you and not get as hot and be more beneficial. I know a lot of fire departments. When I was teaching them, they'll actually mount it inside their F-250s and 150s, and they'll mount it up high. They'll fold the back seat forward. And when they go to use it, they fold the seat up so it gets air movement.
Yes.
So that's a big thing. You don't want to get them too hot. I see people put them in their engine bay, and I'm like, heat is your enemy.
Oh, and that's where they always tell you to pull it. If you go to the different four-wheel centers,
Yes.
they suggest put it in there because it's the easiest place to put it.
But is it the best place?
It's not the best place.
That's just me. It's just me.
But
I could be wrong.
But see, now be careful with mounting it inside because if you play submarine like I do, it wouldn't last long.
Well,
it's submerged.
But if you put it up high,
correct.
So I mean, the places I'm thinking of is
wheel well.
Right on the back of the rear wheel, in the back up there in that corner.
Yep.
And then if you get it think about this: people who put it in their engine bay and they go splashing through the water.
Yep.
I mean, you're doing it.
Doing the same thing.
Yeah.
You're submerging it, basically.
Yes.
So the next thing we talked about, or I should say we looked at, was floor mats. I'm very picky about crap inside my floorboards.
WeatherTech, you have the WeatherTech, right?
The WeatherTech to me is probably the best that's on the market as far as a formed footwell, because you can pop it out, you can take it out, you can clean it, dry it, and put it back in.
Yep.
And it keeps the carpets clean if you have carpet in there.
I think I ended up buying for my Jeep the WeatherTech's in my truck.
Yes.
And the Jeep, I ended up looking at the Quadratech, I believe, and it was I think it was Quadratech. It's been a while since I've been in the Jeep.
Right.
But they had tire tread, in the mat itself.
Right.
So anything get caught in there was easy. It didn't move around. You could dump it out real easy.
And that was the biggest thing I was looking for, was just something that's easy to clean.
Yeah, simple to clean.
Now, the other thing is, like Bart has bed rug in his.
Correct.
Which is great because it's a carpet, but you can pull it out pretty easy.
It dries quick.
It dries quick. You can clean it.
But I still have floor mats on top of it.
I didn't know that.
Yep. And the reason why is because of heat. The heat that comes off the transmission.
It's real hot.
It does. And for the people who spray line it and don't put anything on, it's hot.
Ouch.
No. So I did the bed rug, and then I got knockoff WeatherTech. Well, actually, somebody gave them to me, and 10 years ago, and they're still in my Jeep.
That's the best kind.
It still keeps going. I mean, they still keep working, and I just pull them out, wash them out.
And the prices for the WeatherTech?
WeatherTech's like $200.
Okay.
And to me, it's worth it. I mean, I had them in my F-150, and I had that thing for 10 years, and they never wilted or anything. So that's my story. The other thing is seat covers. A lot of people will get their Jeep, and it starts not being what they want.
No pictures for seat covers.
No, because there's so many different
patterns, and my gosh, you can mix and match.
I've got the Rastafarian.
The Rastafarian.
I've got mine from Amazon. They're like $15.
Yeah,
easy. I mean, those are you throw them out, put them back. I don't throw mine out. I just get another one and put them on top. So I've got like 5 different. I went through cloth, and then I threw on top of that were the
neoprene.
Mm-hmm. Two of those. I went through 2 of those, one on top of the other. Neoprene's great, except they wear out and they fade. There's nothing you can do about it. You can spray them. Nothing you can do about it.
Yes.
Yeah, it's basically a wetsuit. And then on top of that, I've had other. I mean, I've probably got 6 or 7 different. My seat's really old. The seats are old.
As you get in.
As you get in, the lump, and you sit down, it's like you're in a toilet almost when you're sitting down because the springs are shot. That's what everyone tells me in the passenger side, saying, "Oh, it's like I'm sitting in a toilet." But hey, it's an old Jeep.
But you got Bartek seat covers.
Weathercoe makes them. Weathercoe's are neoprene, where Bartek is their material, which is it's not Gore-Tex, but it's a waterproof cloth material.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what it's called.
Yes,
but you got the neoprene. Divers Down is another brand name that's big out there. That's cheap.
They have those sprays you can put on too that repels the water on cloth.
Yes,
it's almost the same. It's almost the same stuff for canvas or cloth on your sneakers.
Yes,
right.
You spray on, and it's So.
But you can't use it on neoprene.
Not neoprene. Neoprene's its own thing. Yeah. And what people don't understand is that neoprene's great because they're like a wetsuit, but they still get wet.
They still get wet.
Get wet,
and they're hot during the summer sometimes. Especially if you got black.
Yes.
Especially in Florida.
Yes.
Sound system upgrades. I mean, I'm not going to suggest anything because I'm not a sound person, but go to your local sound place and have a talk with them.
Single DIN, double DIN, Apple Play, Android Play, all the touch screens, they're all available. I see them all the time. There's some really good ones.
Yes.
I've seen some that are rather inexpensive, and there's success with them. There,
Yes.
there's some buggy a little bit, but you get what you pay for. Some people have had some really good success with some of those.
If you're going to be out, if you're going to have your top off all the time, you want to use like a marine type radio
or a cover to protect it
or a
because they're
cover
good. Yes,
protect it.
Right.
But still, if you're getting the dash wet and all that, that's
yes.
why you go to marine. Look at marine.
So they used to make one called Insane Audio. And
Yes.
theirs was 67 IP for waterproofing, and then they close shop.
Yeah.
So I buy one, I get it, and then they close shop.
And they close shop.
They close shop. But the other ones, but some of the other ones, so a shower cap.
yeah, but the only problem with that would be the heat.
No, when it rains or I get out of the
You're
vehicle.
talking about
No. I just so when it's bad weather or my my other top leaked a lot, so I just put on it was like a shower cap put over it, and it took care of the head unit, and it never failed on me.
Too bad they didn't have the poncho out there when you needed it.
I have a poncho in my Jeep. Poncho's always in the Jeep.
Pete's poncho that we saw at Jeep Beach last.
Yeah, that's true.
It
Yeah.
goes up on the dash, and
Yes.
you don't have to worry about it.
That's true.
So, another thing is, where do you mount your phone at?
That's an interesting thing. I've always been one. I've done so much. I've bought so many different gadgets for that. The problem for me was never the actual mount. It was what the phone mounts on, because
the
they're
case.
plastic gears.
Yep.
So you go to squeeze the phone on it, and that would lock into that one size. And after a while, those gears, it's plastic. The heat, the cold, it strips. But there are some good ones out there.
I've got a magnetic one.
You've got a magnetic one. Now I've got one that suctions to the. You get the ones that screw in. Ram mount is pretty good.
Yep.
They've done. And I see you've got Carolina Metal Master CMM off road.
Yep. I got one of their. In fact, I got a couple of their balls.
Yeah,
that
the
go
ball
in-
system.
Go into
Yep.
the handle or up in the
Yep.
A pillar. I've got my phone mounted to my grab handle, and it's on a magnetic that you just.
See, the
put right
thing
up to
about
it.
the magnetic is when you get going, if you got the top down and you're near the window, is it really good magnetic? I mean, what if you're off-roading and you're bumping, you're climbing? And
It stays.
It does. Huh?
Yes.
Okay. I do like for the TJ, and even I know brother-in-law has what you've got. He's got the same thing with the Gladiator, and he bought the top. It goes into the little storage area, the dash. And
Yes.
the dash.
Yep.
And he's got 3 you could put in.
Like a bullet.
Yeah, the bullet thing. That's it. The bullet. That's the one. That's what he's got. I've used passenger side many times. We've gone on trips. It's perfect. There's so many out there.
Yes, there's
There
a lot
really
out there. Once again, spend a little money for it, and you'll be happy. Ask people that have around you, because all of us have phones. We put them somewhere. Do we put them in our center console? Do we put them up on the dash?
Right.
So just ask
Yep,
around.
on the dash. Don't put
No,
it
not on the dash. But I have.
Then it's gonna slide. It's
Yeah.
gonna go. It's gonna get hot.
Oh, I
See,
know.
I use the phone as the only method for me to listen to the radio at all.
And that's another point
because I
too.
Bluetooth onto the receiver.
Yep.
And but for those who have already, have a double DIN, single DIN,
Yep.
Apple Play, and the Android CarPlay. You got to put somewhere.
Yep.
All right, and let's see. We did phone mounts. Okay, so let's go into let's see here.
You've got on the other side was here we go. The mini cameras.
The mini cameras. That's exactly it. I mean, a lot of times we like to go out and film us going through the woods and all.
Right.
Remember,
Yep.
live some of those memories. I do it all the time. I got a huge hard drive full of stuff, and the very first one is the AKASO. I don't know how the hell you say it, but that's $60 to $80. Takes 4K, and it's crystal clear.
Nice.
And it comes
Mini
with
SIM card.
it has
Mini.
mini card in it.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it takes wonderful pictures compared to GoPro, which is like $350. The cheaper one outdoes the GoPro.
Really.
Yes.
Wow.
I had the GoPro and I sent it back because
Really?
yes.
I have a Amazon special. It's Chinese. Mile wrong.
Well,
is
that's
the name of it.
that's what this is. This is a Chinese
Chinese,
company,
yeah.
but it's remote controlled.
I don't have any of that stuff. I just plug it into the lighter and go.
You don't even have to plug into the lighter. It's got its rechargeable batteries in it.
No kidding.
Whereas to me, I can mount it outside in its case and it's waterproof.
Yeah.
Nice.
So that's something to think about. That's
Dash cams.
very much so. You
Yeah.
can use it as a dash cam, just doing in your
Driving.
driving every day.
Yep.
Tool bag. Where do you keep your tools
And
at?
not the tools that we do.
No.
No, they're just tools.
They're just tools.
We're talking about a tool bag. It's a roll-up tool bag.
Right here.
And it's got zipper pockets in it. I have 3 of them, and it holds all my tools. And they run, let's see, what was it? $55.
Yeah.
Well worth it. That's another easy, simple one that you can order in.
Better than my big Pelican case.
Oh my God, your Pelican case would kill me.
Oh, it's like 100 pounds too in it.
I still have those. I still have the. What is the name? The brand name? The metal, the big metal. They just go in the back of the Jeep, flip up. Why is it escaping me?
What, the Craftsman toolkit?
Well, it's like no.
Matco?
No.
What's the high end one?
Well, I mean, you can get them at any of the like Quadratech or at 4x4 parts.
Like the trunk?
Yeah, it's
Metal trunk?
Yeah, the metal trunk. I'm trying to think of the brand Tuffy.
Okay.
Of all the things I couldn't think of, the Tuffy. They don't make those. I don't believe they don't make those metal ones anymore. They go right into the back.
Yes. I know what you're talking about.
For the TJ.
Yep.
I have that. I just put everything in there.
Yep.
They've got the trunks for both the TJ and the LJ. They make the center console metal for TJ.
Yeah.
Yes.
The Tuffy.
The Tuffy.
You can do the console and the complete console or just the console.
Yes.
So
I'm fixing to do the whole thing.
yeah,
It's like
those
$600.
great. I did that on my first Jeep. It was awesome. Loved it.
Well, my plastic one's falling apart. So
Yeah.
That's the thing.
it's time.
What I did this time is I ended up buying the metal insert into the plastic. You can buy the inserts.
Yep.
It's a cheap way to go, but it works just as good.
Yeah, well,
they lock up good.
My plastic one's falling apart. The arm is like you put it down, it feels like you're in the toilet. Some of the other things I thought about was like we had talked about if you are on soft sand, how you jack up your vehicle.
Yep.
So a base, it's called an off-road base. That was $22.
That's a good price. And you can use it on your OEM jack or on a high lift, it looks like.
Yep, I got 2 of them.
Yep.
You know, I didn't know what that was. I was gifted that, like someone moved away,
Right.
and I just put it in the garage. It's there. I'm like, oh,
And
I know
you
what
can
that
also
is now.
so when I'm winching, I'll use it for a wheel chuck.
Yep.
So I'll use it for
That's
a wheel
what I
chuck,
use it for.
and then I'll use it for the jack base.
Yes. LED lights.
Yes.
You can get the very first one that you'll see. It's called an LED headlamp rechargeable. I've got 2 of these. They recharge quickly.
Yep.
And they put off a lot of light. It's nice because they're hands free. You can even turn them on with just a wave of your hand. You can make it brighter or less. And then of course we got to have our mag light. Our mag light in our Jeep is good for more than just light.
I've got the old school.
Me too.
Metal.
Yep.
Takes the D's, right?
3Ds.
3Ds, yeah. They're not metal anymore, do they? Do they make the mag lights still metal?
They still make
and
them metal.
they're not LED. Mine's not even LED.
No, that's LED. The one that
I know. The one that I have is old school to where it's not LED.
Yeah, no.
That's just there for protection. I have all these other LED lights that are much, much brighter than that. But
yes. But still, you're out in the middle of the woods and you got to take care of business. You got to light your way.
Yeah.
And last but not least, deflator kits.
I like those. Yes.
Those you like to drive on the beach?
Yeah,
perfect.
Right. Air
there's
down.
a stocking stuffer right
Air
there.
down.
That is a great stocking stuffer. It comes with everything. It comes with the removal tool. It comes with extra valves. It comes with caps. It comes with the deflators. And the deflators are easy to set up. You pick a tire.
Spared. Start with the spare.
Yep. And you just put it on there and dial it
Down to where you want it.
and you're done. Then you do air it back up, do the next one. Get them all done,
Yes.
lock them down, you're good to go.
So make sure if you do get a compressor for a gift,
Exactly.
hopefully somebody will
Well,
also slide
if you get the deflators, get a compressor.
Yes, you got to get a compressor. I mean,
Yes, you gotta-
how else are you gonna? How far can you go if you're on the beach? Okay, I know we talked about this in an
If you don't
earlier
have
episode.
bead locks, I would go to 15.
15.
Worst case scenario is go to 12. If you don't have
15
bead
should
lock.
be.
15 should be good.
I mean, you're airing your tires up to about 25 to 30.
Depends
20,
if you have C, D,
depending
or
on
E-rated
true,
tires.
That's right. Okay.
So you're going to be anywhere from 35 to 45 is the most. I don't know anybody, even with E-rated tires, that runs 45 PSI.
But if you're airing down to 15, that should be good enough to get on the beach.
I would
you'd be
hope
fine.
so. I would hope
Now,
so.
how far can you drive with 15 PSI in your tire if you don't have a compressor?
You can probably get off the beach. You cannot go
Over
fast.
25, you're going to stay at 25 or less.
Yep. You're not going to make any sharp turns.
No sharp turns.
They're going to be wide turns.
Yes.
People are going to be mad at
till
you.
you go to a gas station.
Yep. Get to a gas station or somewhere where you can get
Air up. Because the only problem is because you're going to heat up fast on the inside.
Yeah.
Right.
And you can't make sharp turns.
Just get an air compressor.
Yeah,
Yeah,
just make sure
you can go to Harbor. I mean, in all honesty, for an air compressor, if you're just airing down every once in a while, you can hit Harbor Freight and get one of their little single stage compressors. It takes a while to air a tire up, but
I ordered one Amazon, Ryobi with the battery.
Yep.
It's fine. I've had to air tires up before just because they were flat, and it works great.
Right.
So again, I know we had mentioned before they do warm up a bit.
They
They get very hot.
Yeah, and this is not plugging into the lighter. I've done that.
You got to do
made
the
that
clip.
mistake.
No, you want ones that clip to the battery.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh well, mine's just a regular.
Yours.
I had the other ones that plug in, and I burned out the lighter.
Oh, yes.
And it
Yeah.
hard. Oh,
It's too
man.
much.
That's
Too
too
much
much.
amperage.
Learn the hard way on that.
Yes.
So with that,
We have one.
We do.
We do.
We've got a tool.
Hey, you see that idiot?
What the hell are you doing?
What are you doing?
What you think you're doing, you stupid idiot?
It's the Off-Road Toolbox Tool of the Day.
Are you some kind of moron?
Yes, again from Stuck in Florida, SOS. Daniel here.
Daniel die.
No.
He wouldn't get stuck.
He would. Dad wouldn't let him.
No.
So Daniel.
The picture shrunk up.
Did it really? Sorry.
Dun, dun, dun.
There you go.
We got it?
Now you just. Okay.
I'm not trustworthy. Here we go.
There we
Fingers
go.
off. Is
All
that
right,
better?
fingers up. That's good. Yeah.
So you'll see he has traction boards
That's good.
and he has gear,
Okay.
and you're by yourself and you want to run through the mud hole. And if you look right next to him, 10 feet away is the drive around.
Yeah. Well, he wants to
There's
play. He's there
there's
to
a
play.
reason.
Yeah.
So if you're by yourself,
Don't do it.
don't do it. And if you don't have a winch, you don't have all your gear. He had traction boards, but mud is just
That's really hard.
It
sticks. It's like suction cups.
Yes.
I mean, I'd get out if I had to, and I would walk it and using the probing stick. Is it really worth going through or not going through? And I avoid mud. If I have to go through it, then I'm going to walk and check it.
Right.
And I don't want to go through it if I'm solo, but I have for when I'm doing training classes.
I did see the Jeep. I think it was a TJ. It was a CJ. Loaded and going through the mud, and he had one heck of an engine in there.
Yeah.
And did a wheelie as he was going through.
Well, that's
You posted that. I think it's on the
I did.
off-road.
I did.
That's probably somewhere in Saudi Arabia, in the Middle East somewhere, I think.
They have more money than they know what to do with it. I wouldn't know what that's like. You have all these toys. They have a lot of toys.
But they have fun. I mean, they have a lot of fun.
They
with
have a
it.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
Safety is not. That's
When you're going down the highway at 80, 90 miles an hour, and you're snatching it from right to left and get it to circle around, and no thanks.
Nope.
That's just too funny.
So everybody,
With that, we thank you for tuning in.
You've got enough gift ideas.
Well,
I
without
think.
a doubt.
True.
I
You know?
hope
True.
you do.
And again, those links from those pictures you kind of saw a little bit here. The links will be up on the on the site, on the Facebook,
on the
social
Facebook
media
site.
side. All right.
All right, guys, we thank you for checking in on us and tuning in and listen to the shenanigans, and we'll see you real soon.
thank you.
Be safe.
And there you have it. Don't you feel smarter now? We'll drop more knowledge on you soon. Thanks for listening to the Off-Road Toolbox. Powered by Best Price Trailers.